Just out in the shop here, working on a skidoo ramp. It's going to be like a stage and a ramp, so a skidoo can go up on it and sit there and then back the truck up to it, or already have the truck backed up to it, just so I don't have to pack my trailer around all the time. Extra wear and tear and tires, and I'm just trying to cut some corners when I can here. That's the only way I'm going to be able to stay trapping, because I'm lucky enough that I got some fan base, I guess you could say, that I could sell fur for taxidermy and stuff. I'm just trying to find the words here while I'm talking. So just a few guys know that I catch wolves and wolverine and stuff when I can. I'm not sure how much I'm going to do to winter. Just like every year, just however it unfolds. If there's wolves there, I'll try to catch them. If they're not, I won't. So I'm just making the legs there now, the corners for the legs. And I got some 2x6 I sawed. And I'm just going to do it with boards. So I'm going to have it about 4 feet wide. I'm going to run a stringer up to the middle. I'm just going to use board, try to keep some weight down, because you're only just running up on it and with your sled and loading her up and going, right? The rest of the time it sits there, so it should hold up. Hey, he's like, what the heck? Who are you talking to again? This is my stand, so I'll put a ramp. It'll be whichever way I can go. It's the same all the way around. I just made these corners first. Then one there, same on the other side, and nailed it all off. So, you know, you can keep her up on her. You run her out of your truck to go to town and leave her up on there. You're coming back, you're going out in the bush, you throw her back in there or something like that, right? She stayed up there, I don't know. We used to make them back home. The odd guy would have one made, and then like a lot of people would use it, right? It was kind of for everybody, like saying going on a logging road where there's a few cabins and stuff. Anybody that watches my channels from back home, they know all about what I'm talking about. So it might be a little bit narrow. I could have probably went wider, but it's 51 inches because I went 48 inside. And your sled gets narrow at the back, so you should be able to just step back here and walk down the ramp without any problems, unless you're full of rum or something, which then you shouldn't be on sled coming or going. But again, back home you went bar hopping, you went cabin hopping back home. You go have a drink with one guy, you go with somebody somewhere else, have another one or two or whatever, and next thing you know, you shouldn't be driving sled. I never said I was an angel back in the day. I'm about as close to an angel now as I can get, besides being dead. That might be far-fetched too. I was just showing you that so you could get an idea, because I'm not good at explaining stuff, and I didn't have time tonight to put the camera on there and say I'm nailing 2 pieces of board together and all that stuff. I think you look at something other than measurements. You look at something, you can get a pretty good idea on how to build it. I always change measurements anyway to suit me on a lot of things. So people might say, well, you think people got common sense, but I just think you should be able to think a little bit. I'm pretty lazy when it comes to thinking sometimes, but anyway, just got the ramp to do and it'll be done. I'm not painting it or nothing. Maybe the summer or something like that or whatever. And then you know, you can put a sheet of plywood over it or a tarp, and you store stuff underneath it. Summertime. make a chicken coop out of it. So this is part of my fall. I'm always up to something. One minute I could be, you know, nothing to do with woodworking, and then the next I'm in here. Then when you get in here, while you're at it, and you got this out and got that out, well, I might as well do this. I need that done, and blah blah blah. So I need to get at some fur here too real soon. So this year, my fur, I'm going to do my fur over here in the shop. And I'm just going to put my fur up there after it's dried because it'll be nice and cool up there. So it's just a bit more room here, and I got more ceiling height if I get wolves, which I don't know for sure. Not a clue. Might not get any bait. So, but I got 9 feet here instead of 8 feet, so it's a little bit of help. Because sometimes you haven't got enough height, you got to take them down and wrapping around the gut and then lifting up again, you know, so you get enough height. And I sit down with most of my skinning. Whatever, my knees are bad and stuff like that, so you're out there. I'll do more if I'm comfortable, so why not get comfortable and spend more time there? So I'll be doing fur out in the shop here. It dries better with the wood heat, I found, and the electric heat. Only thing, it dries a little bit too fast for me because I go to work and then sometimes I come home and I turn stuff. So right now I kind of have to skin it and then turn them before I go in for the night, because I had lynx last year at 4 hours and my shop wasn't hot either. It just sucked the moisture out of there. So anyway, I'll show you the ramp when I get it done. Probably be tomorrow, unless something, I get stuck at work or something. So just finished the ramp. A little bit of space there. I should have tweaked a little bit more, but that'll probably be covered with snow anyway, because it's going to stay out here in my yard in one spot all winter. So it's why is that on? So yeah, run my screw up there, leave her on there if I want to. Nice and solid. There's a few pieces of board in there. So I just got this. Is not attached there. I'll attach it out with some screws when I get out there. That way I can detach it when I want to move it. You know, a lot easier just to use a ramp, like a quad ramp or whatever, but I don't like them. So, and one of the luxuries of having a sawmill. Took a bit of work. Took me a couple hours to make it. That's about it. The sun through the trees. I enjoy it. I like looking at the way it looks on the snow, and it's much better than mud. The little cool weather is making my eyes water. We're just going to a couple wells here, so I was looking at this and I just figured I'd stop and take a video and appreciate just the simple things of this. You know, the sun shining through the trees and shining on the snow. And it's November 11th, Remembrance Day. Thinking about all that has passed. The people, men and women that have fought for this country and other countries and for their freedom and our freedom. So just remember what we got. Just to sit in peacefulness, no tyranny.
I got my, we used to call them skidoo face masks. They got the eyes and nose. I just got it folded up. I hate wearing a helmet. So I'm headed that way, down to some wells. This is where I seen that big bull up there. There's a lick just right there. It's right in the middle of our road. In the winter time, we got to pack it in really good if we want to go down there and truck. So, seen a couple lynx tracks already, one fresh one since the snow. So, we're going to carry on down here and enjoy the day, the rest of the day anyway. Minus 21 this morning, but it's warming up fast. But you see this lick? It's just a muddle really, but it's got minerals in there. Must be salt or something in there because it's doesn't hardly ever freeze. You can see the water flowing through there now. Or just, it's not much of a flow, but the animals come here throughout the winter. I've been neither one here since the snow, but they come here. I've seen them here several times. Thanks, sir. Where the rabbits are. Sprayed up there. This is so much nicer. I don't know if the wolves been through here or not. There's some tracks of snow snowing in there, but might be just lynx. That's like the old lynx tracks there snowed in. Headed that way on this beautiful evening. There's the Martin track. Same spot as last year. Only track I seen coming down here. Beautiful evening though, man. Beautiful. Well, on to the next project. My ramp's built and I made a folding ramp. Now I'm making I just cut this for a sled bottom. I'm gonna make a sleigh. And I haven't come up with a design yet, but I got something in my head. But this 1/4 inch puck board. I'm worried it might get brittle when it's really cold, but I'm gonna have it I'm going to put 2 plank sides on it and then probably lath it in between, something like that is. And then I'll screw right to that. So at least it got some support. I just want to make it like a skimmer, like, because I don't want to have runners on it that'll sink down through the snow. Cut it with a utility knife. Took a few passes, but I just started bending once I got so far, and then it cut right through it. Kinda. Stop chewing shavings, man. And you're not starving. Look at him. Look how thick he is. Like me.
shed night, shop night. Got my ramps built. Bit of sawdust around, and now I'm building I'm building a sleigh. I was going to say a set of sleds. So I got puckboard, but I'm not sure how it's going to work out. Just 1/4 inch. I'm going to make it like a skimmer, like a boggin. And I just plane them the same there. Then put the hand plane so they're good and even. And this is the top. I'll show you better once I got it tipped over here. I gotta cut the other one out.